I forgot to actually introduce Brett. I put him in the beginning of the video yesterday, and I didn't actually introduce him. Brett actually had Brett on the podcast, the 10-Week Bible Study podcast not long ago, and Brett's a great friend that lives down the street. Why don't you go ahead and give him your address and your social security number, maybe bank account?
So address is 1311 Montgall Avenue, and social security is 476-76-2895.
There we go. I can't put that in because that sounds way too real.
Yeah, I made it up, but I just made sure that the number of digits were correct.
I'm putting Brett back on here today because I've been trying to pressure Brett into starting his YouTube channel for quite a while. Brett has a lot
He's a pusher.
I'm a pusher. Brett has a lot to talk about on the book of Revelation and the end times, and he needs to start his YouTube channel. So both of you viewers, y'all need to help me pressure Brett into starting his YouTube channel. He's got a lot to share. Glad I got to introduce you to my friend Brett this morning. Brett is an amazing guy, and he is such an excellent communicator. I'm really not kidding. I want you guys to pester him and ask him to start a YouTube channel where he teaches on end times and just the revelation that the Lord has given him. He is an amazing teacher. I really love sitting at the park and looking at these geese. I don't really consider myself a stay-at-home dad. I've got friends that are stay-at-home dads, and I love the fact that there are people that consider that. I don't think my kids would consider me a stay-at-home dad. I kind of consider myself a work-from-home dad and a do-whatever's necessary from home dad to get the job done, but I wouldn't consider myself a stay-at-home dad. It's not the same as having a stay-at-home mother or a stay-at-home father. That's not really what I do. I do a smattering of other things. I do real estate investment and things like that. I write books. I do my podcast. I've done just a handful of other things to make money. I actually teach at the school that my kids go to, and so I don't do anything full-time. In fact, I've been asked many times, what is it that you do full-time, or what do you do? And it's always hard for me to answer. For the longest time, I've told people that I'm an author, and that's true. I've written over 10 books, depending on who you count and whether or not I'm legally allowed to say some of the books that I've written. Yeah, it was going kind of slow. But at any rate, I've said a lot of things, and I haven't been writing that much in the last couple of years, and I want to get back to it. I want to get back to writing. It's just been really difficult. But there's so many other things that I've picked up in the last couple of years. I've really done a lot more work on the podcast. I've really done a lot more work on these videos, trying to post videos on a regular basis. And for the 10-Week Bible Study podcast, I've actually been posting daily videos for that for the last 6 months now. And one of the reasons why I've been posting the daily videos for the 10-Week Bible Study is, you know, that's just where things are going. That's where people are going. People don't read as much. And I still love writing. I still love reading. But I also understand that people just aren't reading as much. And really, when you think about people, when you think about where we are as a society, it's kind of something that's come full circle, right? Because used to, a long time ago, an oral history, an oral tradition was really the only thing that people had. If they didn't listen to other people telling stories, they didn't know the stories because most people couldn't read. They were illiterate or functionally illiterate. And storytelling and actually engaging people auditorily was the only way that they could learn whatever knowledge and wisdom people had. So most people throughout history have learned most things auditorily. Somewhere since the printing press, the invention of the printing press, and really since mass public education in the West, a lot of that's changed, and most people are literate, or at least functionally literate now. And so for the longest time, we have disseminated most information in writing. And when it comes to, there's still a lot of information is still disseminated that way in academia. But we have had really a massive shift in our culture because of things like YouTube, because of the internet, because of social media, various social media. Now people can share what they're thinking and what they're doing via video, like I'm doing right now. I'm driving and recording this video, which I'm sure a lot of people would say is not safe, but I'm actually not really looking at the video that I'm recording. I'm actually just driving, so it's not much different right now than having a conversation with somebody. But I can record this and I can post it and you can watch it. Everyone here who's watching this right now, you're seeing this and it's amazing. So one of the reasons that I've really been putting a lot more effort into the video for the 10-week Bible study and for things like this is because this is how people get information now. I do lots of construction and renovation stuff even today, and I don't know if you've ever seen The Matrix, but it's a lot like that when, you know, when Neo like comes out of the little training simulator and they unplug his head and he's like, I know Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu.
You know, now people go to YouTube to learn how to DIY stuff on their home, and it's super amazing that you can learn 99% of the stuff that you need to do that in just a couple of minutes because of YouTube. So, you know, used to you'd have to go and buy a book and read through the book and still kind of scratch your head and figure it out. But now, like, this is such an immersive thing that people can gain information very quickly. So it's not that books are bad or videos better or anything like that. It's just another form of media. It's another way for people to gain information. It's a valuable and powerful way. And so I'm trying to communicate more on these types of platforms because there are so many people hungry for God out there. One of the things that the 10-week Bible study podcast has shown me is there are so many people hungry for God and hungry for His Word. And they don't know how to find Him where they are. They don't know how to find that in their church. They don't know how to find that in their group of friends. But they know how to look on the internet for it, and they know how to find these kinds of things. And that's what I'm trying to do. I want to encourage other people to try and reach people where they are.
Right now I feel tired, but excited, happy to come, talk to the classes, and inspire them with my life story and the goodness of the Lord.
Chicken.